Hey there, this is Joseph. The stigma and stereotypes around bullying are meticulous and hard to break at certain times. But finding the fortitude to look behind the lines to find that our society is not all perfect, it can help to shine a light on what's going on. With this image of a boy who's on the side eating alone with no friends by his side is by Paul Rogers by an article written by Jane E. Brody of the New York Times from 2017. Quote, a slender friend recently admitted to me that she can't stand to be around fat people. Her reaction is among almost versatile, and it prompts her to avoid social and professional contact with people who are seriously overweight, although she can't pinpoint the source of her feelings. She said they go back as far as she can remember, and she is hardly alone. Decades ago, researchers found that weight biases, which is often accompanied by overt discrimination and bullying can date back to childhood, sometimes as early as age 3. The prejudice feelings may not be apparent to those who hold them, yet they can strongly influence people's behavior. A new study by the researchers at Duke University, for example, found that implicit weight biases in child ages from 9 to 11 was as common as emphasis race biases is among adults. The study is led by author Ashley C. Skinner, a public health researcher, said that prejudice that people are unaware of. I have faced prejudice in school myself. The first grade, I had a teacher who was prejudiced to certain students in her class, like myself. Prejudice can fuel bullying. Prejudice and discrimination can fuel the feeling that someone does not feel like they belong. But the ideal figure can hurt people sometimes, as it's not the end all be all for everyone. What can I do to help a kid or teen who is being bullied? Get educated. Effectively addressing bullying with your child will require rigorous humility, compassion, and most importantly, listening to their experience without judging them. This is difficult sometimes, as it may be tempting to blame the child. You might want to say you need to learn to stick up for yourself, or may be overly protective, as in, I'm calling their parents immediately. This traps would be avoided because they will be pulled into a camp and harden your and harden your position, thus turning the situation into us against them. And to be honest, some days that will be the easiest way to deal with it, but your best plan of action is to show your child how to use all the resources available to create a safer, more secure environment for him or her. The biases on weight, race, and place of origin. There is a bigger picture than the sky, gray sky, and picnic benches. It can be affected by the home environment. We need to find a way that everyone could talk about what's wrong, even though it's hard to admit sometimes. Prejudice can make life less enjoyable. And for another instance, here is another article from Northwest. This article is from June of 2013 by Linda, from a teacher that got penalized for talking about complexity of race, privilege, and social justice, and making the class feel that they are welcome in the grimace of hate. Quote, "The petition went a long while the students who filed the complaint was present and was viewed as harassment. Dozens of certain school parents and students defended Greenberg at Wednesday's night Seattle School Board meeting. At the start of the meeting, the board announced they were not allow testimony regarding individual teachers and personal matter, with dozens of upset parents and students facing them. Let everyone speak. Many students testified that Mr. Green's class was the closest many of them came to a real-world discussion about prejudice and privilege in America. For the first time in a long time, I was learning about something that apply to my everyday life," says student Mara Crest, allowing one white family's complaint to transfer a teacher from a job he's done for 10 years. In fact, empowering the vicious cycle of white privilege these students are learning about. And in all honesty, we cannot escape biases that would be fruitless and not enjoyable. We need to come to terms with everyone is human and will make mistakes. What matters the most to me, coming from a home private education environment, getting to know who is around you instead of assuming everyone is going to be perfect and normal. Please note some of this comes to mind for me from personal experience. Thank you for watching this video. I am Joseph, signing out. Thank you.